I stood there on the sun-warmed patio, the smell of grilled burgers and sweet corn filling the air, trying to smile like everything was perfect. It was our annual family. BBQ, the one day a year when everyone pretended. We were the picture of a happy, close-knit family. Laughter echoed across the backyard. Kids ran around chasing bubbles, and the late afternoon sun painted everything in soft gold. But inside, my heart felt heavy. My name is Elena, and for as long as I can remember, I've been the quiet one. The reliable sister who never caused drama, who showed up with a homemade dessert and a gentle smile. My older sister, Vanessa, was the star, always loud, always the center of attention, the one who married a real hero. Her husband, Blake, was a Navy SEAL, a man of few words with eyes that had seen too much. Everyone adored them, especially Vanessa. She loved reminding the family how lucky she was. That day, I had just stepped away from the group to take a quick work call. My job wasn't glamorous. I worked in a secure operations center, coordinating logistics and support for high-stakes missions. Most days, it felt like a quiet desk job to outsiders. But it wasn't, not really. I answered the phone softly, my voice low. Revenant 1 copy. Go ahead. It was a brief check-in from a contact. Nothing dramatic. I hung up quickly and slipped the phone back into my pocket, hoping no one noticed. But Vanessa noticed everything when it came to tearing me down. She was standing near the picnic table, a glass of wine in her hand, surrounded by aunts and cousins. Her laugh rang out sharp and cutting as I walked back. Oh, look, everyone. Elena's back from her super important desk job. What was that, sis? Ordering more paper clips? Must be exhausting saving the world one spreadsheet at a time. The group chuckled politely. Some even joined in. My cheeks burned. I had heard versions of this joke for years. Vanessa loved painting me as the boring little sister who never measured up to her glamorous life. With a SEAL husband, she mocked my safe little office, my quiet weekends, the way I never had exciting stories to share at family gatherings. I forced a small smile and said nothing. What could I say? The truth was classified. The missions I supported, the lives that depended on my coordination from thousands of miles away, none of it could ever be spoken aloud. But what I didn't know that day was that one quiet moment on the phone would change everything.
Vanessa kept going, her voice rising for the audience. Seriously, Elena, when are you going to do something real with your life? Blake risks everything every day, and here you are, playing on your computer. It's almost cute how you try to act important. The words landed like stones in my chest, shattered pieces of the sisterly bond I had once believed in. I looked down at my hands, feeling smaller than ever, exposed in front of the entire family. The laughter around me felt distant, like I was underwater. I wanted to disappear. I excused myself to the edge of the yard, pretending to check on the kids so no one would see the tears stinging my eyes. How many times had Vanessa done this? Reduced me to nothing in front of people who mattered. She never missed a chance to highlight how ordinary I was compared to her. Heroic marriage. Blake stood by the grill, flipping burgers in silence. His broad shoulders relaxed, but his presence always commanding. He rarely spoke at these gatherings. He just observed. I had always liked that about him. He seemed kind beneath the quiet strength. Vanessa followed me, wine glass still in hand. Come on, Elena, don't be so sensitive. I'm just teasing. You know I love you. But let's be real. You've always been the safe one, the one who stays behind while the rest of us actually live. Her words cut deeper this time. Safe, boring, invisible. I had spent years swallowing that pain. After our parents passed, I thought we would grow closer. Instead, Vanessa pulled further away, using every family event to shine brighter by making me look dimmer. The betrayal wasn't loud or dramatic. It was slow, like 1,000 small cuts that never healed. I felt broken, not just hurt, but truly shattered inside. Was I really that insignificant? Did my contributions mean nothing because no one could see them? That's when my phone buzzed again. Another quick update. I stepped slightly behind a tree for privacy and answered in the same low, professional tone. Revenant 1 here. Situation stable? The voice on the other end confirmed details I couldn't repeat. I ended the call in under 30 seconds. When I turned around, Vanessa was right there, smirking. Talking to your imaginary boss again? Honestly, Alina, that little act is getting old. You're not fooling anyone. She raised her voice so the family could hear. My little sister, everyone, the secret agent of spreadsheets. Maybe one day she'll tell us about her thrilling adventures in the break room. More laughter. Even some of our cousins joined in this time. I stood frozen, my heart pounding, feeling completely exposed and alone, in a yard full of people who were supposed to love me. The betrayal from my own sister, the one person who should have protected me, left me trembling. I wanted to scream the truth. That desk job had supported operations where men like Blake came home alive. That my calm voice on the line had guided teams through darkness and danger, more times than I could count, but the words stayed locked inside. Secrets like mine weren't mine to share. Tears welled up. I turned away, my shoulders shaking. In that moment, the pain felt overwhelming. Years of being diminished, mocked, and overlooked crashed over me like a wave. I felt so small, so destroyed by someone who shared my blood, until everything changed. Blake's head snapped up from the grill. His eyes locked on me, sharp and intense, like a switch had flipped. He set down the tongs slowly and walked straight toward us, his movements deliberate and powerful. Vanessa kept laughing, unaware. "What's wrong, Alina? Can't take a little joke?" Blake stopped beside her. His voice was low, calm, but carried the weight of command. "What did you just say?" Vanessa blinked, still smiling. "Oh, honey, I was just teasing her about her boring job. You know how she is." Blake didn't smile back. His gaze shifted to me, searching. Then he spoke again, quieter this time, but every word clearer. "Revenant One?" The backyard seemed to go silent. The name hung in the air like thunder. My breath caught. He knew. Blake's face transformed. The quiet, reserved husband everyone knew suddenly stood taller, his eyes filled with recognition and something deeper respect. He turned to Vanessa, his voice steady but edged with steel. "Apologize. Now." Vanessa laughed nervously. "Blake, what are you talking about? It's just a joke." "No," he cut in, his tone leaving no room for argument. "You have no idea what you're saying. Revenant One isn't a joke. That call sign belongs to someone who kept my team alive. When the storm hit and Combs went dark, someone who guided us through hell from a distance. When we thought we wouldn't make it out, the entire family went still. Forks paused mid-air. Children stopped running. All eyes were on us." Blake continued, looking straight at me with genuine gratitude. I remember the voice, calm, precise, unshakable. "You pulled us through when no one else could. You saved lives that day, including mine, and you've been carrying that weight in silence while the rest of us get to brag about our heroic jobs." Vanessa's face drained of color. Her wine glass trembled in her hand. For the first time, she looked truly shaken, exposed in front of everyone she had tried to impress. The mockery, the laughter, the years of belittling me, it all crumbled in seconds. She stammered, I didn't know." "You didn't ask," Blake said quietly. "You just assumed, and you hurt someone who deserves more respect than any of us." He turned back to me, his voice softening. "Elena, thank you. What you do matters. More than you'll ever be allowed to say." Tears slipped down my cheeks, but this time they weren't from pain. They were from relief, from being seen, from the quiet justice that unfolded without me lifting a finger. Vanessa mumbled an apology, her voice small and broken. The family watched in stunned silence as the sister, who had always shone brightest, was gently, firmly put in her place, not by shouting or revenge plots, but by the simple truth. In the weeks that followed, things shifted. Vanessa kept her distance at first, embarrassed and reflective. She started asking real questions instead of making jokes. Our conversations grew careful, then honest. The betrayal had cut deep, but Blake's intervention planted a seed of healing. I didn't need loud revenge. The truth, spoken by the one person she respected most, was enough. It exposed the shallowness of her words and restored something fragile. Inside me, my sense of worth. Standing in that backyard that day, with the sun setting and the smell of barbecue fading, I finally felt peace. Not because I destroyed my sister, but because I no longer needed to hide who I was. If there's one thing I've learned from all of this, it's that true strength often hides in silence. The people who seem ordinary might be carrying worlds on their shoulders. Never mock what you don't understand. Kindness and respect cost nothing, but the pain of tearing someone down can echo for years. And sometimes, justice doesn't come with shouting or schemes. It arrives quietly in the voice of truth. When the right person finally hears the call sign, "I'm Elena and I am enough,"